So I've been doing Amazon FBA for 7 years now. And I think the difference between me and the people that started with me in the ancient world of 2018 is that I've learned to adapt numerous times because things that work today or things that worked in 2018 no longer work today, which was going ahead and launching random products, going ahead and sending them to Amazon. And because there was no competition, you were able to go ahead and outsell everybody else, right? We transitioned into going ahead and branding. I've went ahead and purchased Amazon FBA brands now, and I am more bullish than ever in this type of industry. And I go ahead and pull up the dashboard, not to go ahead and like pat myself in the back or anything like that, but to prove that you're actually getting advice from someone that's currently in the trenches. You can see this is my brand Maverick. We sell weighted vests, chest packs. I'm very transparent with the items that I go ahead and sell because I want you guys to verify any advice that I go ahead and give you. And the first piece of advice that I'm going to go ahead and give you, and this is year to date, I've made over $3.3 million in revenue doesn't equal profit, is that you have to master Amazon PPC. I don't care who you are in this actual space. If you cannot master Amazon PPC, you will not make it. Why? Because Amazon is now a pay-to-play type of system. It is going to be impossible or very hard to actually start ranking and getting organic sales if you don't know how to run Amazon PPC. I'm a testament to that. You can see year to date, and I'll go ahead and refresh this just like I did with the other one. I have spent over $787,000 on Amazon PPC. And the thing is, in this video, I want to go ahead and give you some clarity because when I started Amazon FBA in my journey, I was a real estate agent before I did Amazon FBA. And I basically just graduated college. And I didn't have kids at the time, but I knew that I didn't want to be a real estate agent for the rest of my life. So I did what anybody else did when they're going ahead and trying to, quit the job or career that they're going ahead and making. And that's searching up on YouTube how to make money online. And Amazon FBA was one of many things that I went ahead and tried. I tried drop shipping, print on demand. I even tried day trading when 2020. And I know it's big right now, but I never really made consistent money on any of those things. And even with Amazon FBA, it took a very long time for actually to make a substantial difference where I felt okay to step out of being a real estate agent and making Amazon FBA my full-time thing. And that was probably 2 or 3 years into the actual business. Once I started getting, sales, revenue, and more importantly, profit when I started scaling out my Amazon FBA business. But in this video, I kind of want to show you guys that there still is, truth behind Amazon FBA. Currently, right now, I buy Amazon FBA brands because I think it is easier, both safer money-wise, monetary-wise, but also time-wise. Because when you're testing out different products, it's a long cycle. Like I mentioned before, when I started Amazon FBA, it took me 2 to 3 years to actually be profitable and feel safe enough to actually quit my 9-to-5 job or being a real estate agent at that time. So in this video, I kind of want to tell you as far as what is the stages and kind of go ahead and give you a faster lane as far as how you can go ahead and get to year 7 that I am right now. And that's half of the amount of time, right? And I don't like to make any edits in my actual video. So bear with me if I make any type of mistake. And the first kind of step that I want to go over is just getting started, right? Going ahead and creating an Amazon seller account, because what people go ahead and do the most is they research over and over again with different types of things they want to go ahead and do in their Amazon FBA business, and they go ahead and stop themselves every type of roadblock there is. Whenever I talk to a new Amazon FBA seller, I always tell them that for every roadblock there is, there's going to be another seller that's quitting on that roadblock. So if you go ahead and just take the first step and actually just create your Amazon seller account, you will be further ahead of, I want to say, 70% of people that are even interested or remotely interested in starting Amazon FBA. Trust me, I don't care if you have an S corporation, an LLC, or going ahead and trying to just create an Amazon account as a sole proprietor. You're not making any money right now. Go ahead and make your seller account. Right. So that's first and foremost, just the mindset of actually just putting one foot in front of the other and actually getting started. And the second thing is product selection phase. And I don't want to go ahead and go into digging deep and what software to go ahead and use and go ahead and kind of fill you in an affiliate program and use this tool in order for me to go ahead and make money, because I don't care. I don't really go ahead and need affiliate money or anything like that. The only thing you need to go ahead and do whenever you're selling a product is make sure that new sellers are making money. And what do I mean by that? I want you to go and you can use Jungle Scout, Helium 10, Smart Scout, whatever type of software tool that you currently already have in use. And I want you to type in your category that you're interested in selling. And as long as there are new sellers making money, and I'm talking about 6, 7, 8 months ago, somebody came into the space and started making $10, $20, $30,000 in revenue for a month. right? If you go ahead and find that out, that means that that category is validated, because that means a new seller can go ahead and come in there and actually start making the same amount of money. The last thing you want is for you to go into a category where there's a bunch of legacy brands that have 10,000 reviews that are dominating the entire piece of the pie, because that's, if no other new seller can come into that space and start making money, what makes you think that you are different? Right? And that's just the cold reality and the hard pill to actually swallow, because what we're trying to go ahead and do is not revolutionize the products that we go ahead and sell, but just to make it 1% better. And that's through the actual listing phase. So that's the biggest determining factor as far as going ahead and validating a product. I don't care what anybody says. There's no other tools and different types of metrics to go ahead and see new sellers making money. Then it's finding the actual supplier to make that actual product, right? So the new sellers are going ahead and making money. We have to find a supplier to actually make that actual product. And I don't care if people go ahead and tell you different ways to use 1688 or go on Google and type in ThomasNet. Alibaba is going to be the cheapest and most reputable place that you go ahead and make your actual products, right? So with Alibaba and you finding these suppliers, you obviously want to make sure that these are verified suppliers and, you know, they accept trade assurance, which basically is like a PayPal version of Alibaba. And again, I'm spitting this on the top of my head. I've done this over and over again. It's like the back of my hand. I know this without having to go ahead and look at different types of notes or anything like that, right? So once you have verified the price point, you go ahead and verify DDP shipping and you get the actual cost of your actual product you're going ahead and selling. You have to make sure you know the selling fees, the FBA fees, and the storage fees that are going to be charged to you when it comes to Amazon FBA. And the good rule of thumb here is that you want to be able to have a 45% gross profit margin before ads. So take into account that 15% that Amazon's going to go ahead and charge you to sell on their actual platform, the fulfillment cost, the cost to actually produce your product, ship it into Amazon cannot be more than 55% of your expenses, right? You need to have at least bare minimum 45% gross profit margin before ads. Why? I mentioned it before. It's a pay to play type of system. You have to determine that right around 20 to 40%, especially initially when you're first launching your Amazon FBA brand on Amazon, is going to go towards ads. Why? You have no data. You have to go ahead and spend and basically waste money in order to go ahead and find data. Once you find the data, you're going to refine that data and actually go ahead and drive that tacos down, which is the total cost of advertising for every sale that you currently have, right? So let's say you went ahead and did this. You found that product, new sellers are making money. You found a supplier that can go ahead and make it. The gross margins are there, right? The next phase is actually going ahead and ordering that product, but making a listing and making sure that we know exactly who is purchasing that actual product. I told you that I'm a brand owner of Maverick. I'm also a brand owner of Factory Lace, which is a shoe cleaning type of company. And I'm only whispering because my kids are going to get up anytime now because they're taking a nap right now. That's the best thing about being a father and doing Amazon FBA, right? You can go ahead and always be with them. So I probably only have like 10 more minutes of this actual video, but whatever. I'm getting sidetracked. Again, I don't like to make any edits in my actual videos. But I also own Factory Laced, right? And the thing it's a shoe cleaning brand, shoe brushes, shoe repellent sprays, shoe wipes. And the thing is that you can have the exact same product and target different individuals as long as you know who you are talking to. For example, if you sold a shoe cleaner, you can target moms that want to keep their kids' shoes cleaned. You can go ahead and target blue collar workers that want to go ahead and keep their boots clean. I targeted sneakerheads. Why? Because I was a sneakerhead myself. I created products for myself. So I understood the pain points. I understood the insecurities. I understood what solutions there were for my particular target market. So you have to understand who that customer avatar is, and those secondary images, the main image, the bullet points, the description, and the A+ content have to solve the biggest problems and why your product actually solves those pain points that people are looking for. Because the great thing about Amazon FBA is people go to actually buy. With Facebook ads, with TikTok Shop, with Google, yes, people are going ahead and searching up things, but when people go on Amazon, they're there to actually purchase. So as long as you can go ahead and speak to them directly, have a solution to their actual problem, you can make sales ahead of your competition. This is the one biggest factor as far as how you make your actual product 1% better than the competition. So now that we have everything set up, right? Like we have our listing, we know our product, we have the profit margin, and now we're going ahead and shipping our product into an Amazon warehouse. Now it is time to launch. And the thing is that like we can have different softwares and tools and whatever it might be, right? But we want to go ahead and be able to use Amazon's data to go ahead and get winning keywords. So Amazon A9 algorithm goes ahead and scans your entire listing, your photos, bullet points, description, A+ content, and already knows exactly what your product is. So we run auto campaigns. And I don't want to go ahead and kind of bore you guys to death, but the auto campaigns that are most important here are close match and loose match. And the reason why that is because close match and loose match are keyword driven. They're actually going out there and finding keywords that are going to go ahead and convert. With substitutes and complements, they're going out there and trying to look at product pages. For the meantime, right now, we do not want to go ahead and look for other products we'll get sales on. We want to get data, right? So with auto campaigns that we're running with close match and loose match, I also want to run broad match campaigns. Again, we're trying to cast a big net when it comes to this actual launching of a product. Right? So broad match campaigns, basically, let's say we're doing a shoe cleaner. I'm telling Amazon that I want to target shoe cleaner as a broad match campaign. So they're also going to go ahead and target other forms of shoe cleaner keywords: shoe cleaner, sneaker cleaner, shoe cleaner kit for Jordans, shoe cleaning kit, right? Sneakers cleaning kit. Different types of keywords that are related to the same exact root keyword. So we want to be able to have at least 5 keywords that we think we're going to convert on, and we're going to go ahead and cast a net. And again, there's other forms as far as like how we scale, launch, and everything like that. It gets more complicated than that. But I'm here to tell you that Amazon FBA is still something that is life changing. And I'm more bullish than ever. And that's why I'm continuing to actually purchase Amazon FBA brands. And the crazy thing about it is that brands that have purchased launched 2-3 years ago, even last year, that are going ahead and selling for 6 to 7 figures. And again, I don't want to go ahead and bore you guys to death in this actual video. There is still proof that Amazon FBA is still a relevant business model. Kind of went over all of this. I do have a crash course as well, as far as like teaching you guys exactly what I did, but more in depth than I did right now. I'm just trying to give you guys an overview as far as everything like that. But as far as the foundation, product selection, supplier listing strategy, scaling to 6 to 7 figures, and even exiting your Amazon FBA business, because that is really where you make the life-changing amounts of money. But you can't exit your actual Amazon FBA business unless you can go ahead and do all the stages here as far as building a profitable Amazon FBA brand. So if you guys appreciate anything I said in this actual video, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you want to be a part of the actual skill community that I just launched, we only have around 25 members right now. So everybody's going ahead and getting jam-packed information. We're going into the classroom, finding all these videos. We're hopping on live streams. People are getting a bunch of value out of this. It is the cheapest price possible right now. So if you guys are going ahead and interested in Amazon FBA as a whole, it is $99 a month. This price is going to go ahead and go up, and it's per month. So if you guys get no value whatsoever, cancel. Again, I'm doing this to give back to something that literally changed my life. You can watch this actual video, get my testimonials, how I started with Amazon FBA, because I don't want to bore you in this actual video, but this stuff actually works. You have testimonials as well. Again, it's $99 a month. This is literally me just giving back to the community. And I just love going ahead and talking to hungry sellers that want to make a difference, because I was once in your shoes as well. So again, check out the link in the bio, join the community. It's only $99 a month. But until next time, guys, peace.